Hello, Boo Boo. Happy New Year. Welcome to CTConfidential.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year's to you. I'm glad to be here with you.
It's always a
The one
pleasure.
and only.
Yes, the one and only. No, you are the one and only. Well, I had the pleasure of basically closing out the year with you in San Antonio. We even danced a little bit. By the way, extraordinary footwork. So, congratulations.
You know,
Yes,
you know, you know, you know, I got the best footwork in the game, baby.
hands down. And I got video to prove it. Excellent. So you got to come down to Florida so we can, clean it up a little bit. But
Shopping
you're
up. We're shopping it up, yeah, for sure.
yes, yes.
Shopping up them tools.
So yes, and I'm looking forward to it. But let's talk about last year, 2020, when we met back in San Antonio. There was a lot of talk, a lot of possibilities that were thrown around your way. And then again, we're quiet. We started 2021, and we'll talk about a mandatory that's coming up. But I want to know what's going on among us. We always talk about how you are one of those forces to be reckoned with at 160, and yet you don't get a chance to get in the ring. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to, be blessed, have the skills, have the talent, work ethic, my dad pushing me to be able to be in a position where, nobody people avoid me because I'm like I'm not going to like toot my own horn, but I'm a fighter. I fight. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do whatever it takes to win. I work hard. I've been doing this for a long time. But you know, when you think of the sport of boxing, you think, the best fighting the best and one of the toughest sports out there. And, people love fighters,
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate that, at the same time, it is business. It's politics. It's business, and at the end of the day, I understand business. I understand how things go, and you don't want to put your dog against the wolf, because you're not going to be able to make any money. You know what I'm saying? Early on, so you want to build that puppy up until that puppy is a dog or big enough or capable enough to fight the wolf, should I say. And that's the business part. I'm not going to just throw my dog in there and make no money and bygones be got bygones. But at this point that we're at, only people that I'm calling out or should be stepping in the ring with, yes, okay, mandatory, they deserve their spot, they did what they had to do to get there. But at the end of the day, it's like unification, the elite guys fighting the elite guys, the people that is claiming that they're the best, stop fighting each other and stop going around the bush to trying to find, the soft opposition that made them self become like a champion. Just because you're a champion don't mean you're the best. Everybody has the luxury to actually be a champion one time. But can you continue to do that? Can you, step forward with your best step forward every single time you step in the ring? And that's the differential between like me and a lot of other fighters that's, was there, but is not there no more. My situation, I've been swept under the rug. People been avoiding me, and I'm still overcoming all them obstacles that's in my way that is people trying to like use excuses not to fight me, and I'm still here. I'm still making my way back up. And you cannot mention the middleweight division, 154, 160, 168, without speaking Demetrius Andrade.
agree 100%. We had this conversation. As a matter of fact, I hate to card myself, but basically, I'm reminding everybody how long I've been around. But I've been there since you made it to the pros, and even then, through the amateur ranks, walking into the pros, people always hesitated, even trying out against you. How frustrating is this for you at this point in time after all these years? Because we've known each other for a long time, and even the governing entities don't seem to be able to force unifications or mandatories. As a matter of fact, we'll talk about this mandatory that has been called again. But I want to talk to you. I want you to tell me what goes through your head when you're dealing with nobody really stepping up.
I mean, is it is frustrating at the same time. But what I can say is the last 2019 and summer 20, you know, with being with Matchroom, being with the Zone, you know, I have been active. I have been active. 3-4 fights. That's like history. History in making for Demetrius fighting 3-4 times in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's history. So that alone just goes to show, like, you know, yeah, I'm willing and able to get in the ring and fight whoever it is that I need to fight. And then it goes to the point where it's like, all right, guys, now it's time for the promoter, the networks, you know, for them to get behind me a lot more in promotion, to like step up, you know, the promotion, the marketing side, if that's what the case it may be, to force these guys to step in the ring, because I already know the money's good. Charlo offered him $7 million, right? He didn't want to make that fight happen. You know, Canelo, right? The Zone, right? Offered him $5 million more to fight me. But instead, he went and fought Kovalev. So it's like, okay, now the whole Billy Joe thing. I'm doing.
How many times are you gonna call him out?
Yeah, I was supposed to fight him back then. I was off for like 13, 14 month layoff, inactivity. My first fight back was against him, and you know, he was that good where he had to take drugs to try to beat me, and he got caught testing positive. And
then he got suspended, and then he got suspended for misbehavior, you know,
like and then it just like you know, then you know my name's always floating around to Will and Dale, This is what I want people to understand, that my name is floating around to Will and Dale. Oh, Canelo, if you don't take this Billy Joe fight, then Demetrius Andrade is gonna fight Billy Joe. So what do you want to do? Offer us less money or offer us more money to fight Billy Joe, or you're going to have to fight Demetrius Andrade, which is going to be a harder fight for you.
So it's almost like you're being used as leverage.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely a lot of the leverage piece for some of these fighters that don't want to get in the ring. Because how can I be 154 champion, right? Canelo was my mandatory for the WBL. He says he don't care about belts. I get stripped for inactivity. Next thing I know, he's fighting Liam Smith, Callum Smith's brother, for the belt I recently just had. I go up to 160. I win that 3-4 times, whatever. And it's like, okay, you want to unify the middleweight division? Well, shit, Demetrius Andrade's there. Let's not do that. Let's go up to fight Kovalev. Let's go up to fight Rocky Fielding. Let's go up to fight, you know, these guys. Now, you know, and like I said, I'm trying to, you know, have my own legacy. It's not about Canelo. I don't care about Canelo. He could do whatever he has to do. You know, my hat goes off to him, because at the end of the day, my hat goes off to everybody that stepped into the ring. Boxing is not an easy sport. It's not an easy business. There's no 401ks. There's no benefits. There's no insurance. There's nothing. There's nothing for these fighters. There's nothing. Not a damn thing.
Or their families.
Yeah, there's nothing. So
no backup plan.
Nothing. Nothing from nobody. But you have to do yourself.
And just to make emphasis on what you're just saying, if you don't fight, you don't get paid. Period. Yeah, sure. And that means it's not just you, it's your corner, it's your family, it's everybody around you that does not get paid.
No, for sure. Your whole team, you know.
So when you have an entity now calling the mandatory against Liam Williams, how attractive is that for you at this point in time in your career?
At the end of the day, for me, every fight is, you know, $1 billion. Every fight is my life on the line. Every fight is somebody trying to take my head off. Every fight is somebody's trying to take from me to provide for the team, like you said. So at the end of the day, it's all attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm in it because this is what I love to do. Now, this is what the funny part is. This is what the funny part is about, like, the politics, the business, some parts, and the fans themselves. And then you got like casual fans, you got hardcore fans, and you got, you know, people that just like tune into casual fans, tune into like the names of like, you know, most popular fighters, right? So when we talk about Canelo, when we talk about Demetrius Andrade, talk about Triple G, the whole middleweight thing. You sit there and you say, let's look at their resume, because this is what people tend to do. Who have they fought? Who has they fought? Who has they fought? Nobody has fought anybody but Canelo. Okay, and the reason why is because you had Golden Boy Promotions, right? Oscar De La Hoya, right? They had, they had it. They were the entity. Everybody, they could do whatever they want to do. They had the Golden Boy, right? So. And then on top of it, you got Shane Mosley, Cotto. These guys is on their way out, right? So who gets to get some fights? Not Demetrius Andrade, not Charlo, not Triple G. Canelo, because there's history. There's the promotion side of it. So Canelo gets those fights when these guys like Miguel Cotto and Shane Mosley, who we all love, who we all know, who inspire us all to be great in the sport of boxing, who shows what the spirit is. He fights them on their tail end, their last fight of their boxing career, right? So those are what we go down, right? Okay. Who has Triple G fought? He probably fought tough guys.
Danny, we could say Daniel Jacobs.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, Danny Jacobs, Danny Jacobs, for Danny Jacobs. But again, it doesn't stand up to Shane Mosley. Doesn't stand up to Miguel.
Not those legacy names.
Yes.
Okay.
But at the time too, he didn't fight them at their prime. He just fought those legacy names. So I just want to say we go. So same thing for Charlo. Same thing for me. Yeah, I fought Grady Brewer, who knocked out Fernando Guerrero, who was like the Dominican sensation, undefeated. Everybody was all over him. Knocked him out. I fight him the next fight because that's what I like to do. Them challenges. I fight Vanes Monterosen, who's 33-0. 30 knockouts, 2004 Olympian. I fight a lot of tough guys. Walter Conco, Dakwa, Arthur, Selecki, who gave Danny Jacobs a problem, like the whole night. No problem the whole night. Problem would be him, whatever. Right? They're not the biggest names out there, but they are tough guys, human beings in the sport of boxing that were able to get in the ring with the likes of Demetrius Andrade, Triple G, or Danny Jacobs. So therefore, that tells me, like, these guys, made their mark. They made their way to even step into the ring. Okay. Now you got Liam Williams, right? It's the mandatory. Okay. Right? So now it goes, he don't fight nobody. He fight bums. His mandatory. He fight bums, right? Cool. All right. But when I sit here and I say, let's fight Billy Joe. Let's fight Billy Joe. Let's fight Billy Joe. Let's fight Billy Joe. Let's fight Canelo. Let's fight Charlo. Let's fight Triple G, right? When I put all these names out there, then you know what they say? The fans, this is mad funny. Oh, he's not worthy enough. Oh, he's not on their level. Oh, he's not worthy. Oh, what have he done? Oh, look at his resume. Oh, God. Oh, why? Why does he deserve that? Okay, why did Rocky Fielding deserve to fight Canelo? Why did Callum Smith deserved to fight Canelo? Why did
Liam? I mean,
why did Liam Smith? Because of my inactivity for his brother. Like, you can't judge why people. I get the judging part because, like, who do I deserve? But how did James Kirtland get? How did Amir Khan? How did all these other people deserve these fights? But I don't. Right? That's not funny. But all I do is fight bums. But when I'm trying to put a fight together, clearly Billy Joe, or whatever's going on with Matchroom Promotions, is not making the fight happen when I'm clear to fight him. And that's what I want to do.
He's clear to fight too. Let's remember that, because he's faced a few issues.
No, for sure. And it's like I owe him an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? Because of the shit he did when we was previously supposed to fight.
Yes, I remember that. I was so upset. He was, and I don't know, you were face to face with him. And I remember writing to you. I said, I was offended the way he treated you. And you were just going to greet him. I don't know if you remember the scene. You came to greet him, and he was totally disrespectful to you and your team.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a fight game. It's we in there to fight. So do what you got to do. I'm confident. I'm a humble person. Yeah, I don't need to be all ignorant and disrespectful to people. Best luck to you. And I hope you can absorb this ass whooping you're going to get. So you can do all the shit at the end of the day. When we step into the ring, my hands and my energy is going to be the one doing the more of the talking anyway. But I am a funny guy and I can get on him. So whatever. But me and him make great for entertaining and the entertainment part of you know, the before the fight and even
the build up.
the fight. Yeah, the best, definitely the builder. He
we were looking forward to that fight.
Yeah,
we were.
He talk shit, I talk shit, and so moving forward, it's just like, yeah, I want to make my own legacy, right? I'm not worried about Canelo. You know, I don't have my Canelo poster, my Canelo, you know, statue in my bedroom. Like, please, Canelo, please, right? Like, that's what these guys do. And so what that does is that puts more power in Canelo's hand on when he wants to fight, who he wants to fight, why we sit back, right? Why we sit back
and wait for your turn.
Yeah. Like, and it's like, yo, it's like, no, we don't have to do that. We have so many other like athletes, elite guys, or guys we can fight where we can become the like powerhouse as well by fighting each other.
True.
We need to stop fighting each other.
And unfortunately, this has been a trend, and I'd say for the last 20 some odd years, where you have that one money-making machine that appeals to that plethora of fans, you know, like the diehard, the not so diehard, the casual fan, the lady that doesn't know anything about boxing, but decides, oh yeah, I've heard about that Mexican young man with the red hair that looks like he's Irish. So those happen to be, I hate to say it, but it's the truth. They're the shot callers. I mean, there was an Oscar de la Hoya one time. There was a Julio Cesar Chavez at one time. There was a Muhammad Ali at one time. And I can call so many names to our histories in so many different divisions. But that's the reality. And
but those guys that you just mentioned, they fought. They fought the best. They fought the best. At that time, at the same time, not, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, because I see that's behind you, right? Yeah, they might not fought early on in their prime, but they're in the same age bracket where they fought at the same age. No matter what, their age is where it counts, in their careers around the same. So they fought, towards the tail end. At the end of the day, you know, those two guys, this is a business situation where they're going to want to make, at the end of the day, you want to make the most money. And when you step into the ring, because at the end of the day, it could be the last time you step into the ring.
And I totally agree. You got to go in with the concept of, this is business. This is not personal. It's not because I have any type of disrespect to you or owed to you in general. This is business. We walk into the ring. This is a business deal. And we're going to make this come to an end.
Yeah, so either fight each other early on and make or fight later on and be like, yo, we made life changing. So but it's a buildup, you know. Both parties gotta, you know, continue to win, marketing and all that other stuff.
As a matter of fact, coming to this fight, as an analyst, I have to say that this fight took place 5 years too late. But the truth of the matter is, it took 5 years to make the kind of money they both made.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So
I agree.
Yeah. So, but either way, Floyd Mayweather, right? Let's just say, fought everybody. I don't care anybody says. He fought Mosey at his time. He fought Zab Zuda. He fought Kazu. He fought Pacquiao. Fought everybody. Those guys fought everybody. Everybody. There was no. Maybe took more time because, you know, you, like I said, you know, you got two prime guys that can make a lot of money in the future. But we're not seeing that right now. We're not seeing the best fight the best. We are only in 147 division. I can't lie. They're like actually stepping up and they're doing a lot of fights, fighting each other. You got, you know, Porter fighting everybody, Danny Garcia fighting everybody. Like,
we're still waiting for Keith Thurman to come show up again.
Yeah, but those guys are fighting each other. Like
Errol Spence, absolutely.
Those are the elite guys, and the elite guys are stepping up to the plate, and that's what we need to for the middleweight division as well. You know?
Middle, super middle, light heavy.
Yeah, when I say middle, what's what I mean? 154 to 168, the whole middleweight division, like the middleweight categories. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need that too. We need that too because we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of great, you know, personalities, not as much as mine. You know, there's some of them they got okay, you know, they got charisma like me, you know what I'm saying? They can't, you know what I'm saying, salsa like me and shit, you know what I mean? But,
no, salsa, merengue, bachata, you do it all.
You know, they can, but you know, but in their stories, and they gotta have stories. So that's what, you know, at the end of the day.
Oh, I have lots of stories. If they pay me for every story that I have on you, poof. They're all good stories. But let's talk boxing. Liam Williams, how probable is that?
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. You know, my attention is going to go towards him. My focus is going to go towards him if that's what I need to do, and that's
it's a mandatory.
Yeah,
so
if that's what it is, then that's what it is. You know, before I pick my mandatory, just like, you know, why not fight the elite guy? Why not try to become 3 divisional world champion, 154 champ, 160 champ, and take on Billy Joe to become 168 champ? Why? And the people that know boxing mainstream, they must heard of Billy Joe, they must have heard of Demetrius Andrade, and that's a big fight for the middleweight division. That's a lot, and there's a lot of money on that table, and also in the near future. So the winner of that fight, right? You know, is in more demand to call out if it's Triple G, if I decided to go down to 160, or he could come up to 168. If it's Charlo, if it's Canelo, now people going to want be eager to be like, oh shit, somebody got eliminated. Now, oh yeah, we want to see him fight. Oh yeah, like, and that's what I was trying to do. Now, you know, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Hey, maybe down in the future will. But now I'm gonna have to use all that energy, all that frustration to beat up Liam Williams, who people are going to say after I beat him up, I don't care how tough he is, right? I don't care how tough he is. I don't care what they think.
Even if he comes up and he's coming to fight.
I don't care how tough he is. Everybody's tough. Everybody hits hard. Yes. Everybody's everybody. This is what they say. They say, if I hit Demetrius, if I hit him one time. Yeah, first of all, you can't hit what you can't see. Second of all, if I hit you, like, don't ever forget, if I hit you, I've been putting people down every fight I'm putting people down, you know, and I'm showing boxing at another level. When you watch me, you're like, damn, wow, this kid is just, you know, the sweet science. You don't just watch me in Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Nah, you can actually learn and study and try to do some of the things and have an understanding of it. But anyway, like, yeah, Liam Williams, boom, I beat him. He lost against Liam Smith twice. I was supposed to do that, right? That's just like, you know, I was supposed to do that.
Yeah, and there is no, you know, it's a very good point that you bring up. You don't win, because if you do,
he's tough. He's tough. He made it there, right? He fought whoever he had to fight. He beat whoever he had to beat. He has 2 losses, and he still made it to fight for a world champion. Yo, to me, yeah, woo, yeah, his team, his fans, woo, yeah. But I was supposed to beat him. He's not up to
your level.
He's not nothing, right? He's nothing.
And let's say,
that's sad, because
very frustrating for me looking from the outside in when people tell me, well, he didn't knock him out. Let's say you did win by a knockout and you win in the 7th round by a knockout. Well, he should have knocked him out on the 3rd.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. If he went the distance, it was a toe-to-toe fight, you know, like in a phone booth. Well, he was supposed to win it anyway. And did you see that? It was a toe-to-toe fight. Okay, so where do you win? Where do you win?
Yeah, exactly. So does Liam Williams, right? Is he a bum? Or is he somebody that I can say is on my resume? Because that is what is the excuse that everybody seems to come with when it comes to fighting the other elite guys, is that who have I been fighting? So is Liam Williams good enough to say, yo, I beat Liam Williams? Is Vanez good enough? Is Grady Boo? Who's good enough to say, yo, I beat? But at the end of the day, if Canelo, Triple G, Charlo, whoever, anybody 68, if I'm not that good, or the fans or the media, whatever, the boxing people, whatever, if I'm not that good, why not come take my undefeated record, my WBO belt, come take this walk in the park and send me on my way. Send me on my way.
Yeah, step up to the plate. That's my point.
Yeah,
and
send me on my way.
I just want to share with you a little bit of what I've seen throughout my career, because this same issue came up not just with you, but I saw it with Canelo. I've seen it with Julio. I remember clearly we had over 120,000 people at Estadio Azteca, and Greg Houghton had the audacity to say he's only fought Mexico City taxi drivers. That's why his record is undefeated. Obviously, we know how that fight ended. But it's a recurring issue in boxing. The funny thing is, the legacy is really recognized once the fighter is out of the game. All of a sudden, the record has value. All of a sudden, he who was not a worthy opponent, all of a sudden, man, do you remember that fight? I'm going to revert back to the era of Pipino Cuevas, Salvador Sanchez, and so on. Oh, and you should have seen that fight. Now we go round for round and see the kind of wars they actually had. And I can see that happening with this new generation of fighters, not because, only because I've seen it before. And sometimes I think the worst enemy for any fighter is time, impatience, and the fans themselves, because even though they proclaim that they know and they respect, they really don't understand the business, the politics, or the nuances of boxing in general. And they just want you to fight. I don't know. I've had people tell me, well, why won't he fight Andy Ruiz? Do you realize that they're in a different weight division? No, but they're about the same height.
Yeah, that's funny.
But it happens. You're gonna tell me they didn't tell you, oh well, why aren't you fighting somebody like Sullivan Barrera or really, or a cruiserweight?
Yeah, I see some shit where they're like, oh, Ryan Garcia Demetrius or Tank and Demetrius or like, yo, dude, like what the hell? I mean, really? I mean, but exactly what you're saying, like no idea, just whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna just continue to do me. That's be tall, black, and handsome. Put a lot of work into what I love to do, and that's boxing, and put on the performance that I need to put on, perform to win each and every time. Knockout, no knockout. At the end of the day, because Floyd Mayweather, he was not the knockout guy. No, who's really knocking out anybody right now?
No. Yeah, because the sport has changed.
Canelo's not knocking nobody out. Triple G ain't. He's knocking the guys you're supposed to
knock out. Hang tight. Let's remember what happened to Triple G right now with Camille. And the fight before that was Derevianchenko. And those were tough fights. And yet nobody gave him credit.
No, you have
because he did what he had to do.
Yeah, you like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you can't expect the elite or the best guys to always get knockouts. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect that. And then like Derevianchenko and Triple G, like, yo, that was one of Triple G's biggest step ups, because like people might be like, oh, Triple G hasn't fought no well-named known guys either. His resume is as good as my resume when you look at when you want to compare the two. But at the end of the day, when you step in the ring with somebody that is also good, willing, able, and you have to go through, a lot of people don't know, but I should be saying this, but yo, you got to go through somebody's skills, right, talent, if they have it,
mental strength,
will, spirit. You got to break all these layers in people to, you know what I'm saying?
Systematically.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? You got to break layers on people, in the fight game. Layers and layers and layers and layers and layers.
From establishing control.
Yes.
Not just mentally, physically, spiritually, until that person has absolutely no will to get back.
Yes, concentrating the whole time, focusing, you know what I'm saying? And like, so, when you get two fighters that's able to do that, you don't get, oh, Triple G's old. No, Triple G fought a good fighter who came to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes these excuses is just out this world. But that's what we need more of. Okay, Derevianchenko, he's 5'8", 5'9", I'm not too sure, small guy. So boom, he had a tough fight, whatever. And so now people see him. No, Danny Jacobs fought him first, right? Mm-hmm. Danny Jacobs like show like, oh yeah, yes, this Derevianchenko kid, he's undefeated. He was an Olympian. He did not
look good against Derevianchenko. Then he looked great against Triple G. I scored the fight for Danny, and then he lost against Canelo, hands down. So he's had ups and downs, but every single fight he's shown up to fight.
No, for sure. Even when he fought Charlo, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a good fight. So yeah, he's a guy now that, all right, he's getting a lot of wear and tear. He's fighting these guys. So if I step in the ring with him and beat him, do I get the credit? You know, I should, because that's
of course
that. You know what I'm saying? And some people are like, oh no, he's won, or whatever the situation is. But like boxing people and the boxing media gotta really understand, who's who, what fight is what, and who's really you should be calling the bum and who's really not the bums. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm gonna disagree with you, because I really dislike the word bum with fighter. Nobody.
Yeah, but that's what they say that. But that's what they're saying. Like who? Like I'm just making it clear. Like these are the words that I want to use. I don't call them. I might talk shit, but look at this bum. But at the end of the day, like I said, my hat goes off to everybody.
Anybody. And that's my mission.
The ring. You're
that's
not a bum.
my mission. You're not nobody that walks into that ring.
So
I mean, I've had street fights. I've had, and I'm admitting to this publicly. I've had street fights and I've had ring fights. And nobody walks into a fight thinking I'm going to lose. Nobody. And nobody walks into a fight thinking, oh, I'm just going to, put my head down and let it be. Nobody.
No,
nobody.
Of course not.
So with that being said,
that word bum, it should be out the picture.
I don't like that word.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's unfortunate because that's the words they use. Look at his resume; he's fought bums, taxi drivers, all this. So it's just like, when do you call somebody a bum or not a bum? Is what my question was. Like, is this person a bum? Why is he a bum? But at the end of the day, listen. I'm just willing to get in there, put it all on the line to show people if I am the best or if I'm not the best by fighting the people that claim to be the best. And that's it. If I wasn't that good, or if I wasn't that well known,
that challenging. I want to use the word challenging.
Yes.
You're a challenge for anybody that walks into that ring.
Yeah. So if like you said, like, why is my name always being brought up when you talk about the elite guys? If I'm not good or I'm not worthy enough or I'm not this, as far as like the fans' sake and the people that don't want me to beat their hero. You know what I'm saying? That's what it boils down to. Yeah. If you're a fan of Billy Joe's, Canelo's, and you're like, oh no, I don't want to, you're a bum. I'm all this because why? You don't want me to beat your hero. I understand that. But when the credit's due, at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 fight every single time. I don't care how challenging it is. One punch can change the fight, and it's not easy getting in the ring fighting another elite guy.
No. So
just for anybody.
Just narrow it down, because we're growing restless now, because people like me want to see you back in the ring. When do you think it'll be a great time, or when do you foresee getting back into the ring?
I think at this point, if it's Liam Williams mandatory, I think early March is good at this point. Gives enough time to figure out what they're going to do. At the end of the day, it's like, you're going to fly this guy down to the U.S. We got to figure out where to go and all this other stuff.
Rhode Island. We need to make this in Rhode Island.
Yeah, if it's open, it's not really.
It's not open. Yeah, you guys have very strict protocols. Yeah.
I don't know if the venue's open or not, or whatever is.
But it's more open than UK right now.
Yeah, for sure. But, in certain states like Texas, but, I don't know what the venues is going to be like. But my whole point is like, when I try to put on more of a worthy challenge for the viewership, for the people, for entertainment, when I'm like, yo, let's fight Billy Joe. Now you bring him down here, we in Texas, and we pack Texas. Now you got yourself more of a
attractive fight.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. Like, look at me, I'm attractive, so I want attractive. I want to fight together.
You're pretty.
I want to put a fight together. I want them to see that shit.
So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna send this to Eddie Hearn right now. As soon as we're done, we're gonna send it to Eddie, and he's putting together almost 8 fights, because they're gonna like lift it up. Whatever is going on right now with the protocols for the COVID is gonna be lifted February 15th. So between February 15th and March something, he's gonna put together like 8 events back to back. So he doesn't waste time. Let's do this. I'm gonna put this together, clip it up, send it to Eddie, and say, make it happen.
I don't know. At this point, I honestly don't know because WBO, I think they might just made their ruling for me to, I don't know, negotiate.
Yes. 10 hours ago. You're 10 hours late. 10 hours ago, they mandated it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I don't know. 1 minute, because I gotta see what's going on. First they said they gave us 10 days and it came more like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? They gave us 10 more, they gave like 10 more days, and last I recall, to try to make a deal with, Billy Joe, or Billy Joe make a deal with whoever. But at this point, now Billy Joe don't got a dance partner. I gotta go fight my mandatory, and what can I say? It's me again.
Right there. See it? I know it's backwards, but it's pre-ordered by the WBO.
Yeah, so at this point, it's like, I don't even know if we can even continue to try to go and fight Billy Joe for it.
Let me tell you a secret. When there's a will, there's a way.
I know that's right.
We've seen stranger things happen.
No, for sure. Listen, and I would love to, bring that type of elite fight together between me and Billy Joe for the sport of boxing, for me, for him, and there's just going to be much more on the table for us in the near future, regardless win, lose, or draw. That's just the way it needs to go. But all I can do is just keep drilling, and hopefully, these guys, make the shit happen, because like you said, we're getting restless. I'm getting restless.
We're getting restless, yes. But you know what? Let's keep chugging along. And I know your dad, Paul, who's a fantastic gentleman, and he owes me some sticks, by the way, because him and we smoke cigars, so he owes me a couple of sticks. We'll do our due diligence. We'll make sure everybody hears this. But I want to just change real quick, because a lot of people don't know that you have a couple of daughters, and you are the typical girl daddy. I've seen you with your nail polished. I've seen you with decorations in your hair. How do you consolidate? How do you bring together putting your life on the line on a regular basis when you know that there's beautiful children waiting for you at home? I know there's a dichotomy in what I'm asking you, because that's what we do.
Yeah, for sure. This is, I've been boxing since I was young, I'm saying, real small, and, being a dad is just, I try to change, the way how I was brought up in some aspect of it. I had no girl sisters around. It was just all boys in the house. For my daughters to ask me first, when they felt Daddy, pay you, I was like, wait, my nails, what about this? I'm like, at first, I'm like, but at the end of the day, it's like, that's what parents, that's what a parent is supposed to do, man, is at the beginning, nurture, let them kids know, you can do whatever with daddy can do whatever with you, we can talk, we can have fun, I'm here for you, no matter what the situation is, good, bad, ugly, or sad, we can figure things out, we can figure it all out, and, that's just the progress of becoming and being able to have that type of relationship with your kids. You don't want a relationship where your kids don't come to you, or they don't want to, you don't want that. But so at the end of the day, I got 3 beautiful daughters, 13, 14.
Yeah, and they got you by the finger.
Yeah, 10 and 6, and I have a baby boy that's 9 months. And my kids' names is Autumn, Summer, Winter, and Rain, as in hail, rain, see that. And so being a parent is wonderful. I have a great time being that. And also for me, it's when I go and do my job, and once they get old enough to realize what daddy had to go through, how daddy kept the stability, how daddy kept doing this, and half of the shit we didn't even know. That's what a hero is. That's what a dad is. That's what a mom is, as far as what we have to do to keep that structure. So, I bring them to the gym with me. I do their activities. They do gymnastics, they do dance, they do a whole bunch of other stuff that I always keep myself involved with. And yeah, I just, you know, I'm there for them as I want them to be there for me. And I want them to show them, like, no matter what, you cannot just quit and give up because something doesn't go your way right away. And so, yeah, that's the type of, you know, relationship that I build on.
You've done a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
And if there's anything
Winter, come. Want to say hi? Want to see Winter?
Yes.
Real quick. This is my beautiful daughter, Winter. She's 6. Come, Winter.
Hi, Winter. Oh my gosh, you're gorgeous. Hi, Winter. I'm Claudia. How are you?
Say hi.
Hi. You are beautiful.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up. It's such a pleasure to have you here in my very, very humble show.
Go get Rain. Go get Rain. Go get Hail Rain. This is Rain.
Oh my Lord, how are you? He 9 months?
Yep. Well, yep. 9 months.
Wayne, stop touching the computer.
He's
boy Rain.
absolutely drop dead gorgeous and ginormous.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Yes.
Boy.
Look at you. So 3 girls, 1 boy. You have a full house.
Yep.
And the hair, I love the hair. Just like yours. I loved your hair when you were young. I still love your hair. And I am so proud of you. And just when I have the privilege to see young men become grown men in the full extent of the word and the concept, that makes my heart sing, because I've seen your dad take you by the hand, sometimes in the most interesting ways.
Yeah.
I know Paul. But I am very, very honored. And I wanted to say this to you, to be able to be a small witness to the greatness and the fantastic human being that you are.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that. And then for my dad, you know, he, like, you know, a lot of people might not know, like, so my biological mom, who, you know, we have, like, you know, we like keep in touch, you know, throughout the years and stuff like that, you know, didn't raise me. You know, I have another mom who is, that they show on TV, who's been there since I can even remember. And my dad, this is why I love my dad, and that they don't make him the way he makes him. He took all 3 of his sons from my mom to raise us, and then met my mom, Sharon Parker, who I know that's been there forever, been taking care of us. But him doing that, just, and him like doing whatever he had to do for his kids, and that's the type of, you know, thing he showed me. So that's what I'm gonna show my kids. And there's not too many men like him, because a lot of the time it goes the other way. The mother will take all the kids because the dad just gonna. But no, he took us and he did the best he can. And at the end of the day, he made me become, you know, rich as far as being successful, not as financial, but rich and successful in the way of family. You know, being in a house and enjoying this is rich. This is what you call rich. You know what I'm saying?
That's prosperity. That's real prosperity.
Yes. And, you know, and so that right there alone is what I, you know, want to continue for my kids, for them to have that ability to do the same thing for when they have theirs in the future.
I am so proud.
Yeah.
I'm very happy, and I can't wait to see you back in the ring.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I hope it's sooner than later. And I will keep my word. I will make sure that Eddie Hearn gets this. And you know what? You knock on the door enough times.
And if Eddie really wants to be #1 promoter of the year, man, then you know what I'm saying? Yo, make these fights happen. Make the fights happen that the people also want to see. Make this middleweight fight happen, bro. Make this shit happen. Billy Joe, Demetrius Andrade, stop playing.
Agreed, 100%. BooBoo, thank you so much for your time. I know I took a lot. I was only expecting to have like 10 minutes of your time, because I know you're busy and you have family time. Thank you.
For you, anything.
You know I love you. I got you. And thank you for your time. Say hi to Paul and the whole family. And again, I hope to see you soon.
All right, thank you. I love you too. God bless. Stay healthy. And I'm going to make sure you have some nice fresh sticks for you when we come around again.
Yes, thank you.
All right, for
Bye.
sure. Okay, God bless.